coming up on Christie Beach here, and this is a separate section I want to do for my Christie Beach Facebook page. Haven't been down here in a little while because, you know, we just got through a long winter, and now the summer's finally moved in. It's cold, but it ain't winter, so we're going to go down and see how it looks at Christie Beach and see how well they're taking care of the place. This is, I think this is June 12th right now. No, not even the 12th. I think it's like the 10th. It's a Sunday anyway. Look on your calendar. You check. I don't have my calendar handy. So we're heading down to Christie Beach on a kind of a windy Sunday midday. And we're going to have a look-see. So here it is. Christie Beach, the abandoned park. The sadly neglected park. We'll take a little walk around. And what really got me started on the whole web page thing, trying to save Christie Beach, is the fact that due to cutbacks from the province, they've just literally abandoned this place. And it was sad because for generations, families have been coming here. Parents were taking their kids, and they were having a great time. And it's a good recreation. I think recreation is very important for productivity of society and mental health, and everything else, you know. So here we have the old sign. Of course, it hasn't been painted or touched up in years. The grass is not cut. I've been talking to some of the neighbors, and back in the 70s, they actually went around and asked people, what would you like in the park? That's how good they were back then. And they said, well, you know, we'd like some swings and, you know, a little jungle gym for the kids and blah, blah, blah. And they put all that in. We wanted washrooms. So they put washrooms in. I see the washrooms, the pit toilets are actually open, which is nice to see. Now it's just a pit toilet, but at least they did open them. These normally don't open till at least June, and they usually shut them down in September. And the rest of the year they put a big board across it. You can see these holes. They literally screw boards right across the doors so that nobody can use them for half the year. This used to be a change room many years ago. Let's see if it's still open. Pretty decrepit. No, they're locked and boarded up. Those haven't been open for years and years and years. I don't know, maybe since the late 70s, early 80s, since they've actually used these change rooms. And, you know, there's no reason why they couldn't fix this up a little bit. You know, the building's still fairly sturdy. The roof is still good. They just need to put some new doors on and fix it up inside. You don't have to put washrooms or anything in it. Just clean it up so people can use it. How much is that going to cost? And all they care about is money, money, money. They'll go spend $50 billion on highways that don't need upgrading, but they won't touch our parks. Now this here was put here by a local citizen, and I'm actually amazed that it's still here because they keep taking stuff away. That's all the park people do here is remove stuff. So somebody brought this down and left it here, and by grace of God, they actually left it. Look at this. You can tell by the cut of the grass that last time they didn't even bother cutting over here. They just cut to this far, and they just let that go. And their excuse is, oh, we want to keep it natural. No, they don't want to keep it natural. They just want to be cheap. Because not cutting the grass is not an excuse for keeping it natural. So right here, they used to have a nice jungle gym. Now granted, it was old, it was outdated, it was from the 70s. It wasn't made of plastic. They made them back in metal in those days, so they deemed it wasn't probably that safe anymore with the metal stairs and the metal slide, and so they took it away. Worried about insurance. We're going to get sued. Someone's going to sue us. So they took it away. Did they put anything back? No. We want to keep it natural. So they removed it, and the kids no longer have a place to play. These swings, what they do is they wait until one breaks. And then when one breaks, they'll come and they'll remove it. And then they don't put a new one back. They do not replace them. These ones here broke, but again, some local citizens, which they don't want you doing because they want them to be able to take this away, but local citizens have come down and fixed the swings themselves and made their own swings because the Saugeen Conservation Authority does not want to fix the swings. They want to get rid of them because they don't like kids playing on equipment in the park. So they're barely hanging on. The old rusty chains are just barely hanging on. You know, a terrible state of disrepair. You know, some other parks, they have better repairs in different municipalities, but for some reason with Christie Beach, they just want to just abandon everything and just let it become bush or something. I guess that's their plan. Look at this beautiful gazebo they built. I mean, come on. This is nice. People used to come here and do little events and parties and things. You know, you could have a bunch of people. You could serve food. There probably was a barbecue here at one point, and the kids could play. Now nobody comes because they didn't even bother taking the tables out because, my God, that might attract people. Nice job on the garbage. At least they do empty the garbage once in a while, but they could have put it back properly. But you can obviously see that there's absolutely no effort whatsoever put into the maintenance and upkeep of this park. Nothing. It's like they don't want this park anymore. So now the odd resident comes down and walks their dog, lets their dog shit around here, and that's about the only thing this park's used for anymore because of the neglect given by the Saugeen Conservation Authority. And use at own risk, see? Nobody's watching this park. Nobody's doing nothing with this park. This used to be a beautiful beach for families to come down. They have a donation box here. Why should we donate when they don't do anything? Who's getting that money? Because they're sure not using it to help the park. They're not using it at all. As a matter of fact, I don't even think this thing's been opened in years. There could be money in there. They don't even open it. Just as well, because they don't deserve it. So it looks like this was recently cut. So at least they sort of ran a mower around this area. That's about the only maintenance I see is sometimes they'll cut a little bit of grass, but that's about it. That's the budget. Heaven forbid I'm not able to afford another $50,000 truck this year. Better not do more than cut the grass. This used to be in a lot better shape. They used to keep this cleaned up. There used to be a lot more groomed and sandy, and families would come down here and do a real beach thing with their kids. Parents would sit there and watch their kids play. And the beauty of this spot is it's shallow going out quite a ways. Now today's a bit of a rough day. It's not normally this rough, but when it's calmer and it's warm, you can go out as far as those rocks way out there. And you can see that it's a place that kids just love to play or used to love to play. But again, they've just neglected it because they want to keep it natural, which is their excuse for not putting any money into it. So that's my opinion. I know it's a kind of an opinionated review of Christie Beach, but you can see and judge for yourself. Draw your own conclusions. Some people might be like, oh, I like it natural. I want everything overgrown with weeds because that's the way nature intended it, and it's so beautiful. Go ahead if that's the way you like it. But you know, that's what we have forest for. This is a park. It is not a forest. It is a park. It is a recreational area that was put here by the government in the 70s for the community to use for recreational purposes. It's not a nature preserve. We have lots of nature preserves around the country. So that's what that's all about. Okay.